All right, guys. So our second week of How You Brewin, which is what we're calling our leadership meetings at Rock and Joe's. So we started it, and I'm going to share the video with you guys. With this video, pull it up. So just have a watch here. I don't even think there's sound. But this was at a music festival. So you can get the idea. We'll fast forward the last. Look. Just about 3 minutes to go from this guy dancing by himself to this. Hundreds of people all dancing together. So what we talked about, and using that video as the basis for the discussion, was what makes a good follower. So take 2 minutes and we'll brain dump. And a brain dump, you just need a piece of paper and a pen, and every idea is a good idea. We'll take 2 minutes. I'll give it to you in real time. Write down everything that comes to mind when you think of a good follower, qualities of a good follower, or finish the sentence. Someone is a good follower when they blank. 2 minutes. Ready, set, go. All right, take another 10 seconds maybe to wrap up your thoughts. So we did like a reverse categories when we were at How You Brewin. And the things that we kind of came up with as a group, and the last one is starred, is good followers. I'll hold it up for you. Are positive, motivated, respectful listeners, and are people who make a difference. So I'll hold it here so you guys can see. Positive, motivated, respectful listeners who make a difference. And those of you who remember Mr. Brown, that was kind of his tagline at the middle school, was make a difference today. So that means something to the Caldwell community, and that means something to Caldwell girls soccer. And it's that's really cool. That's really cool that you guys were the ones who came up with that. So keep that in mind as we go through stuff for the summer. When our seniors are in the middle counting, good followers are positive, motivated, respectful listeners who make a difference. Like, be loud when you count, be enthusiastic, be engaged. Because if we can get a team full of followers with good leaders, we're going to be unstoppable on the field and off the field. So, next thing we did is we kind of summarize what we talked about the week before, which was what makes a good leader. And if we had to boil it down, and if I had to boil it down, I'd give it in 3 categories. The first is trust. The second is your ability to communicate. And the third is your ability to connect with or include. And the inclusive was the big one last week. So trust, communicate, and connect. So I'm actually going to pause here a second. So now you need to get a piece of paper, another piece of paper, and you got to make it look like this. So a chart, a graph, whatever you want to call it, right on the bottom, trust, communicate, connect, like that. And then over here, 0 to 10. Then make a box in the upper corner up here and just leave the box blank. And people got mad at me because I cut off some of their connect in the box. Don't worry so much about that. I'm a visual person. So what you guys are going to do is rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 is I am the best at this ever. No one in the whole world is better than me at this thing. 0 is I am the worst. I am at the bottom of the whole world when it comes to this thing. No one can trust me. I get a 0. Or no one can communicate with me. I get a 0. Or no one can connect with me. I get a 0. Everyone in the whole world can trust me with anything in the whole world. 10. Okay, so rate yourself. I'll give you a minute to rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 on those 3 things. Ready? Go. All right, good. So it should look something like this. Again, I'm a visual person, so I like to have that in front of me just so I can kind of see. You will, so those were my numbers. Yours are going to look different from mine, and that's okay. That's fine. My highest is trust, my lowest is communicate. And so what I had us do, and you can do this with a friend or you can do it alone or you can do it with someone who can help you with this stuff, is take your lowest, right? So my lowest was communicate. And in that top box over here, you're going to write, I can get better at communicating by blank. Fill in that blank. Get someone to help you if you need it. Take a minute to think about that one. I can get better at, yours might be trust or connect. I can get better at earning people's trust, or I can get better at connecting with people by blank. Just come up with an idea. Doesn't have to be pretty or perfect right now. Ready? You get a minute, go. All right, good. So wrap that up. So I wrote, I can get better at communicating by expressing my expectations early and often. This comes to mind in my marriage with my husband, and really anywhere. But I've noticed that in any relationship, if there's a rift somewhere or there's a disagreement, it's usually because someone's expectations were not set or met. And that goes for coaching too. So trust I boil down to like, do you do what you say you would do? Right? Can you keep a secret? Yes or no? Do people trust you with that information? You have to know yourself. You're going to know yourself better than I ever will or anyone else ever will. So communicate is the capacity to listen and really understand what other people's expectations are and what your own expectations are, and being able to effectively express them. And then connect is that inclusive piece, right? How included do people feel when they're with you? How much are you able to check in with people, and let them know you care about them? Connect and care, kind of one. So that's kind of it. Get your index card out, which is going to be your accountability card. And I'll have to give you guys some to take home so you can do this on your own. On your accountability card, it's going to relate to what you wrote in that top box. Okay. You can't really see it. I can get better at communicating by expressing my expectations. So on your accountability card, you're going to write, this week, I am going to get better at, fill in the blank, either trust, communicate, or connect. This week, I am going to get better at, for me, it's communicating, by, come up with something. So on mine, I think I wrote, by telling Nick on Friday morning what I need him to do that day for us, or for the house, or for the dog, or for whatever it was. Nick is my husband. Be specific. You guys are going to learn. I'm going to ask you to get like oddly specific. So what I noticed before you write yours, when I went around to give feedback to people, was I found myself saying what day and who, because people would say, I'm going to invite my friends over to my pool. And I'd say, what day and who specifically are you inviting? Okay, I'm going to invite them on Sunday at 1:00, and it's going to be Judy, John, and Jim. Right? Those are the people. Those are the day. So take a minute, get oddly specific with that. Ready? So this week I will get better at blank by blank. Be super specific. Go. All right, that was a minute. Take longer if you need it. But bring that card with you if you're coming to How You Brewin this Wednesday at 6:30 at Rock and Joe's. Bring that card with you. And I explained to the group that those cards are accountability cards. So what I'm going to do is just simply ask you, did you do what you said you were going to do on that card? And if you say, yeah, coach, I did it, you're going to keep it. If you say, no, coach, I didn't do it, I get to keep it. The whole point of this is I don't want to collect your cards. So you guys set the standard. You say you get to decide whatever it is you're going to do. And then I'm just here to hold you accountable to it. That's part of my job as your coach. So that's the plan. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you. Keep getting better every day.